Hi, I'm Travis and welcome to the Complete Journey. Have you ever watched or listened to some successful people's backstory and wondered how they got there? What we're going to do on this channel is follow our story from the beginning and see the problems we come up against, the challenges we face, how we overcome them and how we grow this brand. So what is this channel all about? Over the next 5 years, we're going to be spending all of our profits on growing this brand live. Currently, we've got 3 companies in play. We've got Complete Construction, Complete Security Gates, and more recently, Complete Basements. Here in front of me, we've also set up 5 dormant companies in preparation to execute our 5-year plan. We all know that having a goal without a plan in place is actually a dream. And we think we've put a great plan in place to make this company what it deserves to be. Step 1 of this plan is actually already in play. We have spent the majority of last year's profits on this year's marketing budget. We've actually had a full management system installed throughout the 3 companies, which should make us way more efficient and in turn way more money. On top of this, we've instructed 3 new websites to be developed, as well as partnering up with a social media and marketing company. On top of this, we've instructed a videographer to come in and document the story as it unfolds. I actually don't have social media in my personal life, but I do believe if you're not using any of these digital platforms in your business in this day and age, who actually knows who you are and what you do? Let's go over to some of the construction sites and see what the lads are getting up to this week. I wanted to show you the stage we're at of this job and problems we've had along the way that we've had to overcome to even get it to this stage. Currently, we're at the stage of kitchen fitting. We've had the quartz worktop people come out yesterday and template the island. We're going to have a curved top on the island here. We're going to have a L shape around here, and we've also got a quartz top going in the utility area. The structural engineer and the architect had conflicting information. On the architect drawings, it showed the steel opening going all the way across and into the wall, giving you a flat wall to work all this kitchen across this way. On the structural calculations, on the other hand, the engineer decided that we wasn't able to put the steel straight in the wall because of load bearing problems. So he needed a 300mm pillar. So we did that, and then it come to light that this would not work. We didn't have the area to stud out that wall to make it be a flush wall. So what we had to do is go back to the engineer, explain the situation and see if he could come up with an ulterior plan. What he came up with is we had to put a steel beam in the wall and the cavity. So we had to cut back this section of wall back there, cut back this section of wall and put a steel in the cavity. Then we had to build this wall back into the web of the steel, this wall into the web of the steel. Currently it's the 1st of December and we've promised the customer they'll be here to eat their Christmas dinner from their new kitchen. So we've got approximately 3 more weeks to get this job completed. Today, the guys are finishing all the tiling throughout the ground floor and they're saying they should get it grouted, giving us the weekend for it to dry. On Monday, we've got the kitchen team coming back in to finish the last numerous little bits and bobs that need doing to get the kitchen finished, ready for the quartz worktop to be fitted at the end of next week. Once that's been done, we will come back and we will fit the sink and the second fix plumbing, along with the radiators, finishing off the last bits of the second fix electrics. Then the last thing we've got to do is put the skirting, architrave and new doors on. Although it's in this state currently, it will look like this. We've now come over to another extension project that we've currently got open in the Woberley area. This project is quite a large extension, however, it's grown significantly bigger as the project's gone on. It started off as a single-storey kitchen extension. We've now incorporated a second kitchen, a downstairs bedroom and an ensuite area, as well as a large open-plan kitchen diner. Currently, inside, we've got the guys plastering, so I'm not going to go in there and bother them. We're going to stay out here and keep out their way. The roof on this project was particularly difficult with the weather restrictions we had. Because we were in December and we only fitted the rubber a couple of weeks ago, we had a lot of bad weather at the time, and we ended up on a day when we scheduled in to fit this rubber. It was particularly wet and difficult to lay, but because we had committed so much resources to this site, we decided to go ahead, get it done, no matter what the weather. A unique feature that we put into this roof was a 3 metre by 2 metre roof lantern. We couldn't put it in at the same time as we fitted the rubber due to the weather restrictions, so what we had to do was wait for a couple of weeks later for the weather to settle down, and we put it in. The schedule on this job is due to finish somewhere at the end of February. However, we feel we're significantly ahead of schedule on this job. I have promised the customers that I will aim to get kitchen 2 into position for them before the Christmas break, so they will still be able to cook in their home over the Christmas period. I don't feel like we'll be able to get kitchen 1 or any of the living dining area in, but as long as we get 1 in for them, the customers are happy with that. Here we are on another site we have open in the Holbrooks area of Coventry. This project is at the earlier stages and we've just finished all the structural work. We're currently fitting out all the stud work along here to make this wall be one flush wall throughout. There is going to be kitchen units running all the way along this wall, and there's going to be an island probably about here where I'm standing. This first room here is going to become a utility area, and then we've put a full stud across there, and there's a doorway what comes in from the hallway, which used to come into the existing kitchen, is now going to be a downstairs shower room. These bifolds behind me are actually getting fitted tomorrow morning. So next week we should be able to start pouring the liquid screed throughout the ground floor. This project was scheduled to be finished slightly just before Christmas, but due to the fact of unforeseen circumstances with the steel and the calculations, and the customer deciding for additional works, i.e. the underfloor heating, a downstairs shower room, and a few other things that's been added in, we're now no longer going to be able to meet that schedule, but we've promised the customer we'll do as best we can. I've just had a really interesting call off Rich. He's our sales guy and he sells all of our services across the 3 companies. Bit of a funny story, this one. He was on the phone to one of our gate customers who had been left in the lurch by another contractor who was supposed to be fitting a set of gates at an old people's home that he's building. Rich was able to schedule our team in to go up there and help this guy out. As a token of appreciation, this guy has then given us the opportunity to quote a second set of gates at one of his other sites, being an apartment block. Rich quickly started using his initiative at this point and started upselling all of our other services, and was able to secure us a meeting next week to look at a job which will be converting an old church into 15 separate apartments. This job could be a step in the right direction for us, and I want to say well done, Rich, for using your initiative, and let's see how this one plays out.